Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the final episode of Think and Grow Rich with my bro Kalvis. Yo, man, we actually did it. We got through the whole book and recorded on every chapter, dude. So we can be proud about that. In this episode, we go through the entire book. So let me break down the table of contents for now. We go through desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, the power of the mastermind, the mystery of sex transmutation, the subconscious mind, the brain, the sixth sense, and how to outwit the six ghosts of fear. We hope this book series has been helpful for you guys because it's definitely been helpful for us in the making of it. We were able to apply these things as we were going through the book. It's pretty mind-blowing. Anyways, enjoy, guys. Alright, guys, this is the final episode for Think and Grow Rich. We're gonna do a summary of the whole book and see, what are the things that we learned about it, and if we tried any of it, we can talk about it.
We'll try our best to discuss it. We're meeting basically once a week for quite some time. Usually online, and now it's second time in person. So,
So, and I know in the other episodes I didn't say exactly what I was using to try this out,
right.
But I guess I'll have to give some more information about it. Now, I won't say everything, but I'll say just enough to get the gist of it.
Right. So think and grow rich, or think and be happy, think and
right.
grow in your relationships, especially.
Yeah, this book could be called Think and Grow Whatever. Like you choose what you want, right? Like you choose your desire, which is the first thing is desire, right?
Exactly. The first step towards riches is desire, right?
Yeah. Or the first step to whatever is desire.
Right. Yeah.
So, I can talk about my thing, or I don't know if you want to say something.
I'm still trying to apply the principles in the book, but it's really helpful that we discuss it every week, and you can see in your daily life and how implementing these things can really help you. And again, it all starts with the desire, having like a clear desire and write it out. And it starts from there.
Do you have a clear desire at this moment?
When it comes to money or any other areas?
Just whatever you want to try this on.
So when it comes to money, for example, there is a desire, and I have written it out like in the six-step process. It's just there are some things that are out of my control, and I'm still waiting for some stuff. But I think it was going to be more clear in the near future.
Do you want to give us like an idea of what that desire is?
It's just a specific amount of money I want.
Okay.
Just to start out, because
Is there a deadline for that?
Yeah.
Because now that I think about it, I didn't put a deadline on my last thing. I just, I didn't put a deadline on it. But maybe
it still worked out, right?
Yeah, because I really felt it was going to happen. Yeah.
Nice.
But I guess in my mind, I kind of gave it a year. I was like, okay, I'll give it a year for this thing to work out, and if it doesn't, then I'll just let it go.
Gotcha.
And it worked within like 2 months.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think 2 months.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like that guy. I was just rereading the chapters a little bit. There's a guy who just says thinking about acquiring $1 million in the book.
Right.
And he was like planning it out for like 2 years or something.
Yeah.
And just like, and then he finally decided, like, time frame, okay, I'm just gonna get it like within a week. I feel like I can get it done.
Yeah.
And then what did he do? He, I guess, called a local radio station or something, broadcast station, and then he talked about his plan to talk about this thing. What if I had $1 million or something like that?
Right. Yeah.
He wanted to open like a school to like, I don't know, educate minds in a really cool way. And there was some guy, I guess, in an auditorium or something that was very like, really liked the speech, and he was like, he's gonna give him the money, like $1 million, which is a lot of money back then. It's like
True.
1930s or whatever. $1 million is equivalent to $20 million. It's a lot of cash.
That's a lot.
But for him, it was easy to deliver that kind of speech because he was preparing for 2 years or something for that, and then he finally decided a specific deadline and he got it done. But I think there is luck involved too, honestly.
And he had luck that guy was there, right?
Yeah, I mean, not always you're gonna be.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, he prepared the speech, and on the day of the speech, he forgot his paper, right?
Oh yeah, he did forget his paper.
Yeah.
But that was a good thing.
That was a good thing, yeah.
Subconscious mind just do the thing.
So it just flowed out naturally.
That's right. Yeah. It's interesting, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like there's luck involved too.
Yeah. But the luck, you can get more lucky if you just, I guess, expose yourself to more opportunities, and take more action. And also, the more quote-unquote failure you have in life, the better it is, like, I suppose. So for every failure, you can be even one step closer to success, just like Thomas Edison, right? So,
like David Goggins, he just redefined it in his mind that failure just means more information to succeed next time.
Right. It's like trial and error. It's like, okay, this didn't work, just do something else.
Yeah.
At least you tried, right? So you're actually not just like, I don't know, you see a cute girl, for example, or whatever, and you say hi, and she like, whatever happens, like maybe she doesn't like you, maybe she has a boyfriend, whatever. But at least you took action, at least you said hi, so you're already a winner at that point, because you did what you had to do, and whatever happened just happened, right? Just
right. It seems like
out of your control.
It seems like this, like the same principles apply for attracting the things you want. And like, he also said it in the book too.
Like money, right?
Yeah.
Like, similar things, like So money, spiritual riches, maybe relationships, even
like,
health.
All right, I wanted to tell. This is what I didn't tell you. I think I didn't mention this in our voice messages today. Oh, yeah. Is that so? Like when you're like trying to like attract someone, right? Like I guess like you do let her know that you are attracted.
Oh yeah.
And then you let her go, right? So like today I thought, can I do the same with money? Can I tell money like, hey money, I want you, but I'm not in a rush. And then does that create some kind of like mindset in me that has no rush for attracting the money, but is still attracting it?
I mean, possibly.
It's like I'm ready to receive you, but also I have no rush for you.
Right. But I guess still, like in a book, you would want to have like the exact amount of money you want and stuff.
Ah, true.
So it's chapter 2, like the 6-step process. I guess at home listening, we really recommend starting at least with chapter 2 from the book Think and Grow Rich, and read the 6-step process and also write it out, and ideally read it twice a day. Which I actually haven't done, to be honest. But
yeah, I haven't.
Because it's good for your subconscious mind, right?
That's true. I haven't. Also, I don't have my whiteboard here. I haven't written it down to look at it. Just the
I mean,
thing.
You have it, and you know what's on it. You just don't.
Yeah, the thing that I desired, like, most recently, like it was like my desire was so much that it was just on my mind all day, and it was and it was challenging to like unattach from it because I wanted it so bad. But at least I learned how to detach from it after. Which is a good skill to have.
That's good, yeah. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the first time I maybe felt love in my life. Actually, not sure if I had, but that girl in my mind, that was like 10 years ago or something. Like that was the only thing I was thinking about the whole like night, for example. So that's kind of cool.
So I guess I should give more information about the thing that I.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right, I guess like. Okay,
so.
So anyway, I can edit it later, anyways. So like my desire was to re-attract a specific person that I really felt, and I still do right now, that I could happily spend the rest of my life with this person and build a future with this person happily, and it would be awesome.
Right.
And that was my desire, that I experimented these steps on.
Correct.
Yeah, and I didn't even mean to. It's just that as we were discussing the chapters, it was just like perfect timing, and I was like, oh, hey, it does make sense with what I'm doing now because my desire, I have faith, like it was matching up.
Right.
Perfect timing, dude.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly.
That to me feels like synchronicity.
Right.
Yeah, just like weird, perfect timing like that.
Wow. Oh, that's really cool. Well, yeah, how to think and grow rich and think and attract a partner that you
Yeah.
desire.
That's why I felt that in this book, the thing that's missing is to unattach from the desire,
Mm.
because
Right,
that was
right.
challenging for me. I was really,
Mm.
I was so attached to it that when I
Right.
when I imagined like, oh, this is gonna be so awesome, and then this huge fear entered me, like, oh my god, what if I fail? What if it doesn't
Right.
happen? What if I
Right.
mess this up? Like, all
Right.
these.
Well, those are the 6 ghosts of fears again. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mine was loss of love. That
Loss
was
of
my
love.
that was my
Yeah.
biggest fear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad this book has definitely helped you, and like manifesting what you're thinking into like reality, and
Mm.
yeah, definitely when we discuss it, it definitely helps mine as well. Like setting some more clear goals, and I had some clear goals in the past, but it's always vague. Or when it comes to like decision making, like I talk about decision much later chapters, that I always been like pretty indecisive person, and that usually doesn't help with attracting what you want in your
True,
life,
right?
right?
If you keep changing what you want, then
Yeah, you're like, I want this. Oh, actually, I want this, and then it's like. So ideally, you should make decisions quickly and change them not so often, right? So.
I guess like ultimately, like whatever somebody chooses is because they want happiness. I guess,
Yeah,
right?
100%. We all want to be happy. Ideally, although like our evolution is maybe not designed to just be happy. It's more like just survival, reproduction, just the basic stuff, and happiness is a bonus. But usually, like you're maybe afraid of a tiger or something. Like it's
You would have to
natural to feel in
Yeah,
fear.
I think you have to actually redefine happiness, because it kind of feels like society's definition of happiness doesn't match with this, because like we usually think of happiness like connected with pleasure, but is it possible that happiness can be there before the pleasure, and even after during the detox phase, when it sucks,
Yeah.
which I have experienced recently. Like I experienced like a really high feeling recently, and afterwards I was like, oh my god, here comes the crash. I know it's coming, and then it's like, oh, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's painful. It's like, ah.
Yeah, all is left like waves, right? And go.
So just trying to balance myself out again is like, it's been challenging, but slowly but surely I'm getting back. But it's been challenging though.
Right,
Yeah, because dude, imagine how good it feels when the thing you wanted to attract finally happens. You get this huge high, right? And then like when it's break time from that, then the crash is just as powerful. So I had to deal with that. Like, whoa, oh my god, I forgot how this feels like.
Right.
It's a really serious detox period.
Right. Yeah, I understand. Same here. I'm going through a detox period of my own, in a sense. Yeah,
So-
sometimes it's tough. Yeah. It's tough.
I think we should go into faith, because like,
Faith.
the desire part is clear. Okay, like
Right, so the exact amount of money, what you give in return, definite date, definite plan, and begin at once, start doing action, and then write out exactly how much money, time limit, what you give in return, and what you're what you plan to go through it to achieve that. Number 6 is read it out loud twice a day, which we both haven't really done, to be honest, but
that's alright.
that's definitely helpful. But I guess in my case, at least I have a clear goal. I do think about it basically every
Nice.
day, either way. So.
And I saw a Napoleon Hill quote today that said like there's no like perfect time to start. Like just start now, and the tools that you need will come to you
Will come
along
to
the
you.
way. So it's like Nike, just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
When you're at age and cliff jumping or something, you just jump.
Just jump.
That's scary, but the more you think, the more scary. You know?
Right? Yeah. It's like that. Last year I went on like a really tall, really high water slide, and I didn't want to look down. I was just like, you know what, just do it, just slide. Don't even
Where
look.
was it? In India?
No, that was in Fuwok.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I've been afraid of water slides for a long time.
Why?
Because I think I just didn't like that I'm not like buckled up to anything and just like kind of like a free I feel like it's a free fall.
Right.
and the water could go up my nose and stuff, and I hate that feeling.
Right.
But I just happened to like kind of have to do it this time, and I was okay. I'll do it, but I'm not gonna look down. Just go down, bro.
Just go down.
Oh man.
That's fun. It sounds fun. I want to go to Fukuoka now. Water science fun.
Yeah. So Faith, like, doesn't he suggest to use auto suggestion?
Yeah.
To fuel your faith.
Together with faith, yeah.
I think when I mention the word faith to people, at least, yeah, like people that I know now, they usually be like, oh no, but I don't follow religion. Like, I'm not talking about religion, dude. I'm not even religious at all.
Right.
So how is it possible to have faith and not be religious? It's possible, but how? But how? And I'm not the only one. There's other people who have faith in something.
Right, but they're not particularly religious.
But they're not religious, yeah.
Right.
So what do we have faith in?
Well, we can have faith in science, supposedly, right? Like laws of physics. Like I mean, it's just reality as it is.
As we know, but but science gets updated, right?
Yeah, of course.
So that's why.
But some things that are just like Newton's laws, whatever. The laws of thermodynamics, which I'm actually not too familiar with, to be honest. But stuff like that.
It seems like the laws of science, they're consistent until you're in a black hole.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they don't make
or
sense
some
anymore.
Quantum physics stuff. Like
Yeah.
Just quarks or whatever, just things that just don't make any sense at all. Yeah, so things make sense till they don't make sense, and maybe that's the finite mind and infinite mind.
So
intelligence as well.
So
things you cannot really explain.
Right, and the thing that I feel I have faith in is exactly that. The thing where the quarks and the things where they come from, I feel like that's what's helping us manifest too.
Right. So where the cat is dead and alive at the same time.
I don't know. Like universal soil. I don't know how to explain, right? Like what is quantum? Like what is the quantum soup? Like I don't know. But I feel like whatever the essence of that is helping our manifestations too.
Right. So I guess having faith in that, and maybe trying to increase your quote unquote at least access to infinite intelligence, and especially when you combine any thought with these three strongest emotions, positive strong emotions, faith, love, and sex, plus the thought, it can like render like really powerful results and stuff. Because just emotion alone, like it's gonna bring you maybe this far, but if you mix it with the thought, it can bring you really far. So faith, love, and sex.
The cool thing about faith is that when things go wrong, then your faith gets really tested. Like no matter who you are, no matter if you actually are religious or not, like when things like stop going your way temporarily, like it really challenges your faith because it makes you think like, wait, is this all bullshit? It makes you think like, have I been lying to myself this whole time? And then that's doubt, right? That's one of the six. What?
The six fears.
Yeah.
So what do you do in those instances when you experience setback and your faith gets challenged? What would you do? Would you just persevere, or
I think Goggins. If not thinking about Goggins, he would just push through it. I guess he would just.
Which is the chapter of persistence, which they talk about.
Exactly.
Chapter 9 later. But
exactly. And if you're not Goggins, like, hopefully you have some kind of like good friends or family around you that can remind you of your faith. Again, not religious, not necessarily. But just that faith is real. That faith is powerful.
Yeah, I definitely want to practice my faith more. Because I can see and feel that there can be some benefit in that.
Yeah, because like the action that you take will match with the faith that you have. If you don't have the faith that the action is worth it, then you won't even do it. You won't even take action if you think there's no point.
Wow.
It makes sense, right? Like, if you think there's no point in doing something, then you won't do it.
Or maybe you just start doing it and then you just not finish what you started doing because you don't have faith it's gonna work.
Right. Maybe you started. Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome, and then later, like, oh, maybe it's not gonna work. Fuck it. That could happen too.
Right, 100%.
What's after faith?
So after faith is auto suggestion.
Auto-suggestion, yo. That's really powerful. Because it feels like our minds already do it, but if we're not intentional about it, our minds will just do negative auto-suggestion.
So auto-suggestion is basically what you think every day, especially what you think consistently, right? Every
True.
day,
It's like repeating thoughts, like repetitive affirmations.
Yeah.
That if you haven't changed like the momentum of your mind, it could be just saying negative stuff all day.
Or just some annoying stuff, or just stuff that maybe doesn't really serve you.
True.
Or maybe they do in some circumstances, but they don't in like others.
The thing is, if you haven't chosen your desire, then your mind doesn't know what serves you or not. It just wants pleasure.
Yeah, and especially in times of stress, at least for myself, I just go back to like some thought patterns that I don't particularly enjoy. I'm just like, just to relieve the pressure, and it's just like it's really annoying to be honest. And stuff like that's why I'm going through detox at points. And,
I'm trying my best to catch my mind when it's trying to stress itself out.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Just recently, it was happening again.
Can you explain it again? So you were like, so sometimes you go back to your bad habit or something, but
right.
Especially like when you have like a quote unquote bad day, and then your mind starts to find reasons why your day is bad.
Right.
Just to be like, okay, just
right.
Again, let's do this
so
one more time.
So to break it down, I'll say let's just say like I have a habit that is very pleasurable, but it's unhealthy, right? And my mind knows this. It's my mind, right? And my mind knows that there's a higher chance of me partaking in that habit if I feel stressed. So then my mind looks for reasons to be stressed throughout the day.
Dude.
So then later that day I can say, why don't I just do it one time?
Dang.
Why don't I just hit it once?
Damn.
And so that's my mind's desire. My mind has that desire, right? So I need to have a desire that's bigger than that.
Why?
Or else that one's gonna win.
Wow. Dude, I'm absolutely the same way, to be honest. The same freaking way. Lately I've been feeling that like slightly stressed or whatever about work or other things, and then I go back to that old bad habit that I sometimes have. And it's like really annoying, man. And then I feel annoyed that I did that habit.
Right.
And it's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You just keep doing it. It's annoying.
It's like you feel annoyed that you did the habit. That makes you feel stressed out. It's like,
again,
how do I relieve my stress? Just do that habit again.
And then you get stressed out and work again or whatever.
Exactly.
Man,
it's a loop.
It's the exact thing that's happening right now.
I think as we're talking about this now, it seems like if we don't have some like long-term desire, then our mind just goes straight to the short-term.
Yeah, because short-term feels good at the moment, right? It's pressure.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
It feels good, and also it feels there's no point in thinking long-term because there is no long-term goal.
Yeah.
So why would yeah.
Who knows about tomorrow? Just YOLO.
Then, so what if your long or medium term goal is detox? Then begins like the struggle with your mind. Like, okay, what do you want more? Detox?
Detox, like,
or pleasure right now?
Nice. Like with the drug addicts, at least I saw a video with like heroin junkies or something. It's best to like avoid all nouns. So it's best to avoid all places, people.
Right. All the triggers.
All the triggers. So if you like, for example, live the same place all the time, you're always gonna have like, okay, you try to quit, but you're always gonna have the same trigger or the same person that you meet.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I wanna hit that again or whatever. It's just like, it's just tough.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's easier. Like,
sense.
for example, last month I went to Thailand and it was really easy to disassociate with that particular habit.
Yeah.
I didn't really have to engage in that at all. I felt happy. Even after that, I was still really good for a week or two, but then it's just like, just back to that. It's just really annoying. So like, well, I'm going to Thailand again soon, which is really exciting. Like Tet Holiday is coming, which is
nice.
the New Year. It's big here in Vietnam, like the Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
So there's another chance to restart. But it's just easier long term when you have more maybe time off. You can, you know. And in my case, at least, could go to the beach town or something and just detox from everything. But yeah, everyone's different again. But it would be nice to also work on your desire at the same time, so it's not like you're just wasting your time and money.
Yeah.
You're also working towards something at the same time.
You know, what's really nice like just recently, like detoxing, and like I think at least for me, the best way to detox is meditation. And you can keep your eyes open too. That's okay. Like you just sit somewhere and just do nothing and just
stare at the wall or something.
Like just feel yourself. You can feel yourself actually detoxing in real time. Like it feels really nice.
When you meditate and just look at the wall or something. Just when you're breathing or.
I try to like just use all my senses to just see what's happening in this moment. Yeah, like what can I hear, what can I smell, what can I see, what can I touch, and just be and just chill there, and also feel myself internally, feel how my tension is there, and then feel how it's coming out, and just watch how that's happening. Yeah, with no rush, because if you rush, you're adding more tension.
Oh yeah.
So you can't even rush it. That how to detox is easy. Just do nothing. You literally do nothing.
Yeah.
It's not some special technique. It's not like you have to do like this and like this. Like just do nothing.
Just do nothing. Or you could do like this exercise or some kind of movement.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever keeps you like in the now, like in the present moment.
Huh.
Because anyways, we're already in the present. So you just have to be aware of that in that moment. Like we're already in the present. You don't have to try to be present. You're already here. So just be here. Just be here for like 10 minutes and see what happens.
Right.
This is an experiment.
Okay. Let's try to be present.
And I think that's what happens like when you smoke weed. It's like it forces you to be present. So you think like, oh, this is awesome. Like this is so good. But actually you can just do that anytime.
Yeah, you can do it naturally.
Yeah.
Because it does affect your short-term memory and
I do believe that. I do believe that.
etc.
That's true.
So
it has side effects.
Well, there's benefits and costs. But in my case, it doesn't serve me anymore.
Oh yeah.
So,
if that's clear for you, then then let it go.
Yeah, it's also been one of my quote-unquote bad habits, but I'm clear for now.
True, that's good.
Yeah.
I think we should make it clear what is autosuggestion. Like autosuggestion, you can experiment with this. Like intentionally choose affirmations. I use lofty questions. Like, why do I keep finding solutions to all my challenges?
Maybe you should send me a list of the lofty questions.
Sure, yeah. We can also.
I'll be interested. Yeah.
We could also like make new ones and share with each other.
Right.
Yeah. Also with you guys, you can make some lofty questions and we can share with each other. Why do I keep finding solutions? Why does my awareness keep increasing?
Why am I becoming more happy?
Yeah. Why am I becoming more consistently happy?
Right.
Why do I keep attracting money? Why do I keep learning new things? Why am I getting healthier?
Nice. Yeah, those are really nice. Lofty questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand like gratitude is something similar, right?
Right. Why am I being more grateful every day?
Right.
And if you say a lofty question and your mind rejects it, then just say the same one but make it more believable. Like, like if I say, "Why am I grateful every day?" Like, but your mind's like, "No, you're not. Shut the fuck up." Like, why am I becoming more grateful every day?
You're becoming slowly but surely, right?
And if it says like if it says no, shut the fuck up again, then it's like, why am I becoming a little bit more grateful every day? Like
a little bit
until your mind just can't reject anymore.
Even if there's ups and downs, even on the down day, you can still feel more grateful slightly.
Yeah. So why? And even if your mind says no, you're not. Okay, make it even smaller. Why am I taking baby steps towards gratitude every day?
Correct.
Then your mind can't even argue. It's like, okay, you know what? Okay.
Good point.
Because it will try to argue with you. It will try.
Yeah, this mind, man. This elephant.
And it's okay because if you get angry and upset with your mind, it gets stronger. So you can't even, like, there's no point in even being angry with your own mind because it makes it stronger.
Exactly.
You have to like immediately forgive it. Yeah.
You know, it's tough in this world that we're all just so mind focused and just
Yeah, I just try your best. So why am I being nicer to myself every day?
Yeah.
Why am I forgiving myself a little bit faster every day?
Yeah, that's nice.
Things like that.
Yeah, because the opposite of forgiveness is shame, which is like.
And shame is like the lowest.
The lowest consciousness energy, right?
Yeah, like the lowest vibration.
Yeah.
Because it's worse than guilt. Guilt is like, oh, I did something bad.
Yeah.
But shame is like, I am something bad. It's like in your identity, right? and that's terrible. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But even if you do feel shame, you could totally still get out of it. Because
100%.
because every other emotion is higher than shame.
Yeah.
So even anger can pull you out of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. And also everything comes together. So whatever you feel at this moment, like it's gonna end at some point. Nothing.
That is true.
Right. So,
that is true.
but sometimes hard to think at that moment. Like you feel very frustrated or angry or ashamed or whatever.
Right. When your faith is so low, it feels like, oh man, this could last forever.
Yeah.
And when your faith is a little stronger, then you'll feel like, no, you know what? I think this will end at some point. Maybe not right now, but it's gonna end at some point.
Nice.
So thank you, faith.
Faith. Other suggestion. Okay, and then chapter 5 is specialized knowledge.
That's super important, man. And for me, so I wanted to attract a specific person, right?
Mm.
So I had to find coaches on that specific topic to get that specialized knowledge about that.
Mm.
Or else I would have no idea what to do. Or else I wouldn't have known that, I should desire it and let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have known that if I didn't look up the specialized knowledge relevant to my desire.
Yeah. Right.
Because even let's say you want to build a plane. Like, okay, I desire to build a plane. I have faith. All this stuff. So how do I build it? I don't know.
Right.
Or
not that, tough time.
or who should I hire to build it? I don't know. No, you got to go find out. You have to find out this specific knowledge relevant to your desire. Yeah.
Specialized knowledge. Yeah. So there's two kinds of knowledge, right? General knowledge and specialized knowledge. And yeah, generally speaking.
General is like trivia knowledge.
Yeah, trivia, like facts in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to acquire riches in your life, you would like to first, I guess, determine what you need to know. Like, what kind of knowledge would you like to acquire, specialized knowledge, and then go get it. And what would be your plan?
So everything goes back to the desire. It has to be relevant to your desire. And if the desire is not clear, then the whole rest of all the steps are not clear.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
Yeah, the first step towards riches is desire.
Because it's even if you want to travel somewhere specifically, you choose the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to roam around, then you can do that.
Of course. You can roam around if you travel, but
yeah.
Alright. Specialized knowledge.
So to make it simple, specialized knowledge is the relevant knowledge to learn that's relevant to your desire.
Mm-hmm. The thing that you could give to other people, or you can get hired by a company because you have this specialized knowledge which not many people have.
True.
So they can pay you a lot of money, it can be anything, maybe a lot of internet stuff, or you could be I met this drone operator or something. He was just shooting some drone videos and editing that and just making $1,000 a gig. So it's
nice.
Yeah, I mean there's many different specialized knowledge things that you could do. Just try to get something that is relevant to your, I guess, desire.
Yeah, it has to be
what you're actually naturally maybe good at, what makes you happy. At least in my case, I want to focus on things that make me happy. There are people that they can do a job and just it's a job. And in my case, I mean, I do it in a sense too. Currently, I'm working and it's kind of like a job, but I actually enjoy it, teaching and stuff. But you actually do want to do other stuff as well. So yeah.
So now that I've already attracted the thing that I desired, now I have to find a new desire, and I think it's becoming more clear now as we're talking. Actually, so do you know Simon? Is it Simon Sinek or Simon Sinek?
Simon Says.
Simon Says. I don't know if his last name is Sinek or Sinek, but he's a business owner who makes lots of content and writes books, and he has a book called Infinite Games.
Infinite Games.
That
what is it about?
There's some games that are finite, right? Like sports. Sports has a beginning and an end. It's clear. It's clear how to win. It's clear what the rules are, right?
Correct.
But then there's such thing as infinite games. For example, a relationship. There is no trophy. There is no finish line.
Right.
There is no winner. It's just, can you maintain it for as long as you're alive? And he also puts businesses, having a business is also an infinite game, because there is no first place. There is no, I win, I'm done. It still can,
Even if you're an employee, it's still like you're always in that game, right? Infinite game of money, I guess, relationships, but also maybe status in a way, like, which is like, yeah.
Like, I think there's many different infinite games to choose from, and the one that I'm choosing, at least right now, the first one that comes to my mind, is having a family, right? So then it's like me and my partner and kids until I'm dead. So like that's infinite, like an infinite game. There is no first place winner or loser. It's just can I maintain this until my time is up? And I feel like that is fueling me. Like that I can transmute my energy into that.
Nice.
So
that sounds like a game. Could be a fun game, I suppose.
I hope so. I think it will. At least for me, it will. Cause I want to do that.
Right.
But if you don't want to, that would suck.
I mean, no, of course.
Yeah.
Like if you want that, then go for it. If it's right.
So then just choose the infinite game that works for you. If not relationship, then business. If not business, then whatever. Like find the one that matches you.
Correct.
And then you can infinitely transmute into that. I'm guessing for Edison, what was his infinite game? Just invent as many things as possible.
I suppose, yeah.
Until you die.
Yeah. That was his game.
Could be similar to Elon, right? Maybe like just manage as many interesting businesses as possible.
$1 businesses as possible, which is the only person in the world doing that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like maybe like Elon's is like modify society as much as possible during my lifetime until the next guy shows up and continues that process or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just make life exciting in this case, right? Make it exciting to live, exciting to wake up the next day, look towards the future.
Thanks.
And just advance civilization as fast as possible, I guess. Just to
right.
Yeah. Just make it more fun, interesting, and explore more. And you can answer more questions also when you can explore more onto space and stuff. So. Yeah.
True. What is next on the list?
Okay, so after specialized knowledge, we got imagination.
Imagination, right? After you get all the knowledge, then it's like, okay, so now what? So now what will you do with it?
Right.
Because it's not gonna imagine itself.
Right. Well, you still have to use your imagination when you also write down your goal, what you want to do.
Yeah.
But you actually mostly use. There's two types of imagination. There's synthetic imagination, which things are you kind of know, old concepts, ideas.
Right.
You just mix it together, and then there's creative imagination, which is the infinite intelligence.
That makes sense.
But actually, to acquire riches, you actually mostly use the synthetic one. So you actually like things that you already kind of know, or maybe that other people know, and you just mix it together. So you actually use more of that usually to acquire riches.
I think we're doing that. I think even reading this book is acquiring synthetic imagination.
Yeah.
And then later we use, was it creative imagination?
Creative, yeah.
And then later we use the creative one to like, to like I guess like be spontaneously original. And
yeah. And then it's more fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Some really out of the blue ideas and something interesting.
It feels really good to have faith that if you want to make something and you stop trying to make it, then the idea appears. When you stop looking for it.
I mean, you look for it, right? But you look, and you still haven't found the answer, and then you just maybe stop and just chill.
Right.
Then it can pop up.
It's like someone might learn in the beginning, like they look to the point of burnout, and then after being exhausted, they say, okay, you know what? I give up. I'm just gonna go like eat a sandwich, and then while they're chilling, it's like, oh dude, like, and then they realize, oh wait, what if I just stop trying to force it next time, and then that becomes their thing. And I think that's how Einstein came up with E equals mc squared.
Right.
Yeah, when he stopped looking for it.
Yeah. Damn, that's something.
So then it's like, okay, if we know that people already went through that, why don't we try that? But then your mind is like, what if that's bullshit? Okay, if you think it's bullshit, that's fine. Then try. Then try to use your rational mind to figure this shit out. Try it.
Try it. Yeah.
Try it until you burn out, and then see what happens.
And then you can relax and boom.
And then you're like, oh, you know what? I give up. Like, oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep. I like it.
That's a similar pattern with like the enlightenment pattern. Like when you stop looking for it, just like, oh shit.
It's like this aha moment, right?
Yeah. It's like, I was looking for my glasses and they were on my face.
Right, but maybe you feel that quote unquote enlightenment for a moment, and then your mind comes back, and then you chase that feeling back.
It could be.
Oh, I remember I was back then. I felt so blissful, so divine.
Right.
I was so present. I was chill for like a month or whatever, for example.
Yeah.
I want to go back. I have to like, you know what I mean?
Dude, I got caught in that for over a year.
Dang.
Yeah.
Bro.
Because I had this one moment where I was like, whoa, everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Why does this make sense? Probably because I'm so smart. And then,
oh, yeah,
and
then you told me that.
And the feeling clearly ended. Like I was really.
I remember you told me this.
I felt so naturally. I felt so naturally high. I was like, whoa.
Oh no.
I think I know everything in the universe. Like, why do I know everything? Probably because I'm so smart. And then like,
oh no.
Whoa! I clearly felt that leave. I was like, no, bring it
so
back.
So what's the lesson? You should have more humility in life, right? I guess.
Something like that. Yeah. Also,
or
like
just how like your ego take credit for everything you do. Oh yeah, that's me. You know, right?
It's like blissfulness and like ego trips don't go together. They just can't. They cancel each other out. But apparently enlightenment is always there, so like there's no point in looking for it.
Right.
You only feel it when you stop looking for it.
But you still need ego, right, for your like desires. You have your clear goal, like
I mean,
some amount of money, right? Something you need.
Some people will say. Some people will say like, the one deciding everything is just intuition, and my ego is like the servant. That's that's helping make it happen. Yeah.
Right. So it's not completely in control. It's your. What's
like
that again? Your intuition. Your.
Like all of like the plans and desires would come from intuition, and then the little worker that's helping to make it happen in the 3D world would be the ego.
Yeah, you need the ego to like make the phone calls, do things.
Sure.
Go to job interviews and sell stuff.
Yeah, to have faith in yourself, right? Because intuition doesn't need that, but the ego does need to have faith in himself or herself.
Because this infinite intelligence is nice. It's like ooh, yeah, nice. But you actually you live in a freaking physical world. You need to deal with people. You need to deal with circumstances, things, and you just gotta. Like, just life that we live in, there's like no escaping.
Like in those moments when your ego feels dissolved, then it feels like you are the infinite intelligence. That's actually you. But then when you're caught back in the world, then you just forget. It's like, oh no, this is me. Like, this is me. I need to have faith in infinite intelligence. I need to do my. And then you eat some shrooms and you're like, wait.
Who's I?
Yeah, who's I? Who said that? Yeah, exactly.
It's funny.
Then that happens.
It's funny. Well, yeah, okay. And the next two chapters is organized planning and decision making.
Organized planning, yeah. And even if, and like my mistake before this part would scare me before because I would think like, I don't know what's the perfect plan. Maybe there is no perfect plan. You just make the best one that you can and then just do that. And along the way, you're going to make adjustments. Stuff, yeah. But before I just felt like, I don't want to try that. Like, why would I not do the perfect plan? But what if there is no perfect plan? I just didn't, that wouldn't get through my head for a while.
So instead of before doing like having a perfect plan, it would be like maybe indecision. You wouldn't even do an action, or you would not be sure what you want to do, or.
In the past, I would just be too scared to choose.
Okay.
Now, what I would do now is like I'll choose like, okay, like this is where I am, this is what I want, and then I try to build the plan from the end to the beginning.
So reverse engineer.
Yeah. And even if it's not the best plan, at least I have some kind of like a blueprint that I can begin taking action on, and then when I have to make an adjustment, I do that and I make the adjustment and then continue with it. Because I have faith that it's gonna get me to that end. If I don't have faith, then I just give up. Yeah.
The organized planning part, yeah, it's definitely something you need to get better at.
Or could I ask you like so you said something about indecisiveness, right? Like
That's definitely been me in the past for sure.
but could you give an example? I'm trying to imagine like what that looks like.
Okay, let me see. I mean, it's always been like, even like when I was in school, like, I mean, for a lot of people, right, really like 12th grade. I don't know. In the US, it's like 11th grade. I don't know what time you finish high school.
12th grade.
Or it's like 12th grade. But you still finish like a year younger. Younger. Either way, like, I was really like, I don't know, I didn't want to know what I want to do in my life. Right? Like a lot of people, you know, I just too confused. And so you're just like kind of indecisive, I guess.
Oh, about
but in the
what
end, I
to
did decide something specific, like it was business education, because I did think I wanted to like have some at least knowledge about business stuff, business operations, how to like manage your own business and stuff like that.
Yeah. And you did finish a degree.
I did finish the degree, yeah. So it was a specific decision, and I went through that. But like in my life, like especially early in my life, it's like always been like I want to do this job, but then I want to do this job, then I want to do this thing, I want to try this thing, and it's like always like switching. So instead of like sticking to one decision and just doing it for a long time, see what happens, I would just jump from one thing to another, which can be really fun, especially when you're younger. You can really observe a lot of like stuff, like you can really try new things and just see what you like more and stuff like that. So in a sense it's good, but sometimes it's maybe good to stick to one thing and just do it for a while.
Or could I ask you like now when there's like so many different things that could be possibilities, like what is it about those things that attract you?
Meaning, what do you mean?
Because like it's hard to decide, right?
Yeah.
Because there's this,
even
this,
like what
this,
are you gonna
this,
eat
this.
today, or like it's just wasting mental energy.
Okay, nice.
Right.
Wait. Did it happen today?
Yeah, actually. Did.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so no, perfect. So like, okay, so for in today's example, like, okay, so like it's time to eat. There's so many choices. What is attracting you like from each restaurant that you're thinking about?
One is like, I don't know. There's one place is like Bun Chow, so the Vietnamese food. It's really nice and quick. You can get it done in like 2 minutes. You get the food. I really like that. But I usually eat there a lot during lunch, and now I'm like I'm kind of used to just eating the same food every day, so I want something different, right?
Yeah.
So there's another place which is nice. It's like more Western, and they also have Vietnamese options and even Thai food. And then there's this Thai restaurant, but then you eat there a lot and you get tired of that. And there's this pizza place, and they have this nice pita bread or pizza or something like that you can try. And there's some other places, maybe some. There used to be a vegetarian place, but it's closed down. So there's some Vietnamese food again, which is decent. That's where I ended up eating today.
And why did you decide on that one?
Just because I haven't eaten there for a while. But,
okay.
But I was definitely thinking for like at least 2 minutes, like, what am I gonna eat?
Okay.
I'm already driving my motorbike. I'm thinking. So yeah, just. So I guess if I had made my decisions more quickly, it just would like. I mean, you could save so much mental energy, I guess.
Okay.
Right. It's just a small example, right?
Yeah.
Life, but, like,
luckily, it was just 2 minutes. It wasn't too long.
Well, yeah, it wasn't too like a decision like that. You wouldn't waste too much time, right? But like, there's other decisions in life that you're like, okay, who should I date, or who should I?
Right.
You know, what kind of job should I pursue, or what kind of career I should pursue, or things like that. Something you think too long,
Damn, true.
and then you switch it up too quickly, maybe. Right. So.
Like so like for back to the example of the restaurants, like when you are trying to think of where should I eat, is the thing that makes you decide, is it which one can give me the most pleasure? Is that it?
I'm eating healthy most of the time, so it's like
okay.
You know, means I'm pretty aware of my body. Although I do eat ice cream sometimes.
So is it which one is the healthiest?
One is that, and just like which is also quickest. Like in my case, I really like speed. Like don't like wasting my time. I don't like just sitting and just waiting for food. And
so which one is the healthiest and the quickest?
The quickest, healthiest, and stuff like that.
And
so those basic two, and also not too expensive. Yeah, I mean.
Quickest, healthiest,
and
not too expensive.
Yeah, normal price range. So.
But also it should taste good, I guess, right?
Yeah, tastes just decent. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does it appear in any other things, like besides food, like choosing where to eat? Like the indecisiveness.
For example, like this weekend, I'm having some time off, and I was thinking where I'm gonna go for a weekend. Should I stay in Saigon? Should I go to Muina? Should I go to Vũng with my motorbike? Should I fly to Nha Trang? And then I'm looking at flight tickets to Nha Trang. Okay, it's like $100 or something. I go to Muina. Okay, it costs this much. Vũng Tàu would basically be free because I drive, but it's a long drive. You get really tired from driving.
That's true.
And then I'm like, well, maybe I can stay here and I could just, there's some event in Saigon, maybe I can go here. But, so yeah, that also took a while to decide where I want to go, just for a simple weekend. So, yeah. Although it also didn't take too much time, but still, yeah.
So you decided now?
Yeah, I decided I'm going to
Muina.
It's great.
Ah, okay,
I'm going to surf. The waves have been great for like the past 2 weeks there, so I really want to explore that. But the downside is you're kind of bored, or sometimes I've been there so many times in the past few months. You just get so bored because there's not many things to do. But again, it's like nice city nature. You can surf and just chill. It's opposite of this Saigon city, which is more like, the city never really sleeps. So.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like if it gets boring, then that option becomes less
exactly desirable. But it's still nice to come back. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder because I think I've also had that thinking before. And I also use that in relationships, and that totally sabotaged me. Because thinking about it now, it's like, now when I think of a long-term relationship, like, it's not gonna be pleasurable 100% of the time, right?
Yeah.
But I guess you would decide, is it worth it or not?
Correct.
And I wonder if it's the same for opening a business. Like, it's not gonna feel good all the time.
Yeah.
But is it worth it to do it? Because there's probably moments when like, people don't buy your product and maybe you're broke and you're like, dude, this sucks, man. Like,
right, but you would still learn a lot, right?
Yeah, of course.
Try that. But how do you decide on doing a business? What do you need to know beforehand?
I remember Elon said, like, to open a business, you need a very high pain threshold.
Yeah, he said that. It's like starting a business, like eating glass or something like that.
Right, so why would someone do that, right? I guess they must feel it's worth it for something.
Well, it can be for your financial freedom, right? I guess it's one reason, but also doing things you like, or maybe it's something that you already do for someone else.
True.
You might as well just do it yourself because you already know, you have the specialized knowledge, or you could hire someone with specialized knowledge who can help you and stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. What is the next thing?
Okay, so there's decision. I think we discussed. Yeah, the decision. We were both.
Is that like? Would that be like commitment? Is that what that means?
I suppose as well, right? Committing to one thing or another. Just so usually, that's actually in the book. I think it was described one of the main causes of failure was just lack of the indecision part. So not other things, but it's actually the indecision part, which is like really relatable at times. So successful people, like, they decide on something quickly and they stick to it.
Right.
Usually.
Yeah.
Sometimes they change here and there, but for the most part they stick to one thing. But like, quote unquote, unsuccessful people, they just decide this thing or not decide at all maybe. But then they decide maybe this thing and then they change this thing. And it takes forever also to make a decision. It's just like, should I do this, that. It takes forever, and then it's like, so yeah.
I feel like someone who can make a decision quickly and stick to it, I feel like they trust themselves a lot.
Yeah, it's maybe more that alpha energy, maybe, or you seem like you're a person with purpose, right? And you can see it in your eyes, you're more clear in your speech, the way you move, and all that. So like, the reality also manifests in that way, that it makes space for you to like, you can get your stuff done. Right.
I think this kind of appeared in my life recently, where like I was being inconsistent in like my discipline, and I was just consuming a lot of pleasure, whether it be food or beverages, whatever. I was just consuming, and that really knocked me off like my let's say alpha vibe. Right?
Yeah, right.
So then I felt like I don't know if I can even trust myself, because like I say I'm not gonna do something and I keep doing it. So.
Yeah. I can relate.
So like, it's like, what do I do? Like, okay, well, like, I'm trying to avoid this thing, but I keep failing. Can I take action? Can I take intentional action on something else? Whether it's exercise or some kind of other activity where I can take action and do that. Will that build more trust in myself? And how will that affect my life overall? That's what I'm experimenting right now. Like yesterday and the day before, I ran 3K, and I feel it's helped me to trust myself more. It's just only been 2 days. So then imagine what will happen if you keep it going like 4 weeks and months, like, or like Goggins, like years. He trusts himself completely.
That's real. Oh yeah, this decision part, yeah. But we're getting better at it.
Yeah.
I think, right? Hopefully. But yeah, it's tough for me the same.
Dude, this reminds me perfect. In the last episode of Andrew Huberman with Goggins, they mentioned there's a part of your brain that when you intentionally do something you don't want to do, this part of your brain increases in size. So now whenever I do something I don't want to do, I just think about that. I'm like, oh, you know what? That part of my brain is increasing. Let's just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, and then you don't complain so much because you imagine how that part of your brain is growing. I just imagine like, okay, you know what? It's worth it.
Because complaining doesn't even help.
It doesn't help. It's just burning your energy.
It's just burning your energy. You feel pissed off.
It's burning energy. It's so contagious too because people that do that, people that complain want to find other people to join them and complain with them. Like, doesn't everything sucks, right? Yeah, everything sucks. I know, right? And it feels like tempting to join them. Be like, oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah, everything sucks, man. God damn.
Yeah, it's easy to, how do you say, connect or vibe or...
Over being victims.
Yeah, just like complaining about stuff. But,
yeah.
But yeah.
So, man, doesn't everything suck? I know, right? Ah, man, I know, right?
So opposite of complaining would be gratitude, right?
It sounds like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And like the funny thing is the byproduct of gratitude is what people call happiness.
Yeah. You're just content. You feel like really good. Like, okay, you're still not satisfied. You still have goals, right? You still want to, go somewhere. You have your desire.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just being grateful for like the little things you have, even.
Dude.
At least taking time of the day sometimes, because like you are actually maybe rich already. You just don't think about it. It's easier for a mind to focus on things you lack, right?
Yeah.
Things you do have, right? It's just a natural
until you like intentionally shift like how you think, it's gonna be like that. That's true.
Sounds like Tony Robbins, bro.
Yeah, it's like reprogramming yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like, speaking of gratitude, what's funny is like, okay, so people will say like happiness is a byproduct of gratitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
But only genuine gratitude. If you give fake gratitude, it doesn't work. Like if I try to say like, oh, thank you for everything, thank you for this, thank you for that, thank you for that, and if I don't mean it, it doesn't trigger the actual happiness. It has to be genuine gratitude. Like, oh, thank you for like whatever, thank you for my partner, thank you for this microphone, thank you for this conversation. Like,
correct.
Actually meaning it then triggers that feeling that they've been calling happiness.
Yeah, ideally like mixed with emotion.
Yeah.
So it's not just.
Yeah, not just words. Yeah.
And the feel, you feel like. Okay.
Yeah, like not just sounds. Like like actually thank you like to whoever, to whatever you want to say thank you, like just thank you for these awesome things that are happening.
Exactly.
And then it's like feels good.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, the next chapter is persistence, and then mastermind.
Right. So you've committed. So now, can you persist in the action? Because commitment is a decision. Okay, I decide to commit. Now, can I keep taking consistent action? That's persistence, right?
Yeah.
Can you keep going at it, even when you feel it sucks?
Yeah.
Only if you have. I think only if you have faith, you will be persistent, right?
Correct.
Or else you will feel like, what's the point of this?
Yeah. Persistence is really important, right? To reach your desire.
Like the guy that he was like digging for, right? He's trying to find the gold. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
He's digging for gold and.
I think Barnes was the guy with the Edison. So there's a nice
right. Yeah, I forget his name, Mr. Whatever. Yeah,
Mr.
he's digging for gold and he gives up he gives up, and
3
then
feet
the
before
next guy shows up and then digs a little
Yeah.
further and it's there
Correct.
and gets it.
So yeah, that's persistence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else about that too. Okay, then there's mastermind, and then our favorite chapter 6 round.
The mastermind, yeah. Luckily now we live in the age of technology where you can find masterminds online,
Correct.
specifically about the things that you want to learn about.
Right. If you don't know
Yeah.
anybody in your community that is interested in the same thing that you are, yeah, you could maybe start online, some forums and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really powerful. I joined a free mastermind, or not a free, I joined a mastermind. It's called Noble Goldman online. It was pretty awesome.
You paying for it?
I left before I started paying. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a free trial. Huh?
Yeah, they gave me like a free trial for a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, it does seem
That's very cool.
totally worth it. Although I think I didn't have much to give back to the mastermind in that moment. I was mostly taking because like they knew so much more than me.
I mean,
So I felt like I don't know what to
but you
give
can
back.
contribute financially, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
because
true.
here in the specialized knowledge part, it says it pays to know how to purchase. knowledge.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
for sure. Like I've invested in my life coaching certificate.
There
I
you go.
invested in workshops here in Saigon. It's
And-
totally worth it because the
Right.
people you meet at those places have the same like desire and vibe
Exactly.
that you have. That's like to develop themselves in something.
It's a good way to meet your mastermind. Yeah, and also paying.
Yeah.
Paying for courses. It also like when you pay your own hard-earned money for something, and you appreciate a lot more.
That's true.
Right?
And when you meet the other people that also are doing that, it feels really powerful. And it feels easy to connect with them because like, whoa, you
It's
also.
a good way to meet new people. Because with me, I struggle
Yeah.
sometimes to meet cool guys. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, girls you can sometimes like meet all the time, whatever. But like to a cool guy, like it's really tough. So, yeah.
Like if you go to like workshops in District 2, you will meet like local business owners, like freelancers and stuff like that. And it feels cool to feel their vibe and their energy.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's really nice.
So mastermind is like, yeah, basically you meet a person maybe once a week, maybe even less often, maybe more often, and you just have similar goals, values, I suppose, and you just talk about it, and sometimes just for fun, maybe you just bond and do something cool together, maybe rock climbing or whatever it is, something fun, maybe go on a trip. But sometimes you just do it on purpose, just like once a week, maybe you meet and you can just discuss things like your goals and your desires and maybe what you did the past week and talk about what were your goals past week, what you achieved, what you didn't achieve, what you could do better. And then you can discuss for next week your goals and stuff, and then you can call each other out, like, and actually, yeah, you can call someone's bullshit out, maybe like if you can trust them and they could call your bullshit out and you can make each other accountable.
Exactly.
Because you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and this, and if you don't do it, you're like, yeah, I actually didn't do this, and then other people can support you and be like, yeah, that's fine, but do it this week or whatever.
Yeah. In the mastermind that I joined online, they would begin every meeting with first reading like kind of like their mastermind pledge or something, and then they would ask every member to share their wins for your week. Like, what did you do well this week? What were your wins of the week or something? Yeah.
Nice.
And like I guess to give a clear description of a mastermind, Mr. Beast, the YouTuber, he had a 3-person mastermind before he was big. And the purpose of the mastermind was to study the YouTube algorithm. So the 3 of them had the same desire to know how the YouTube algorithm works. And the 3 of them got big.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did it before. He did it before he got big.
Because you can't really figure it. Well, you could, but it take forever to figure it out yourself, right?
Right, it's like 3 people studying the same thing and sharing knowledge with each other.
They all succeed because of that.
With the purpose of everyone in the group succeeding.
That's a very good example, actually.
Yeah. So people are doing it now, even though this book is from the 30s. It was probably happening before this book even happened, right? Like, like he mentioned, like Da Vinci and stuff. Like back in the day, they were doing this.
In France and other places.
Yeah.
People just meet once a week in a cafe, eating croissant, just discussing life, because you maybe have enough money to talk about stuff. Back then, maybe you're not just an employee who's just busy working all day.
Yeah, you have the time to sit with other people and figure this out.
Yeah.
What's after? Oh, is it transmutation.
Oh yeah, the next chapter is sex transmutation.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the big chapter, right? Because it's so distracting if it's not directed into something, I feel.
Yeah, I mean it can be like it can be transmuted into directed to the original cause, which is just like chasing whatever it is, like sex, love, or whatever, self pleasure, whatever it is. Like it's just like, oh, it just feels good at the moment, you just chase it. Which can be good. It's powerful. It's the most powerful human emotion. But ideally, if you can somehow transmute that energy into to achieve your goal, to your desire, it can be like your field to get shit done, honestly.
Yeah, so just to be clear, sexual transmutation is like the idea that you can redirect your sexual energy into an activity that's non-sexual, basically, right?
Yeah. And that can, like, you have a goal, desire in your life, which can be like, for example, like making these phone calls to do some sales or whatever it is. And you use that sex desire to get that stuff done, right? Or build your business, build a website, or maybe build a coffee shop. Yeah, whatever it is. Even looking for a job, maybe you don't have a job right now. But that's your job, to get a job right now. So you direct all your energy to get that. Yeah,
or like I convinced myself that if I practice sexual transmutation, then I will become a stronger magnet to attract my specific person.
Right.
Like I just chose to believe that.
Correct.
Yeah.
And what's the specific thing that you did for the sex transmutation?
Cardio.
Yeah.
It was jogging.
So it was jogging. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I just sit there and contain it and not release it with some kind of activity, then it could come out as sexual activity. But so I have to actually choose to like do something. For me, it was cardio, running around, to release that. And I've been doing that the past 2 days, and it actually worked too.
Nice.
Yeah. What would block me from doing this? Because like, I read this book like 3 years ago or something, or 4. And when I read it, I was like, oh, this is really cool. I want to learn this. And then my mind's like, yeah, that's bullshit. That's not true. You can't do that.
Funny.
I was like, wait, but maybe there's a way. Like, no, it's bullshit. No. So I was like, okay, I gave up. So like for many years, I didn't even try. I was like, maybe it's bullshit. Yeah. And I would just lose my faith so much. Like every time I tried to do it, and I would like slip up, then my mind was like, told you it's bullshit.
And stuff. It's the strongest desire you have, right? So it's tough to quote unquote control it, but if you ideally can redirect that energy towards something constructive to your goals, like it can be really helpful, whether it comes to your attracting your specific person or attracting a specific job position you want to do, or
like it must be a skill, right? Just like any skill, it just takes some time to learn it. So just start at the beginning and then just try your best. Even if you slip up, it doesn't mean that you totally failed. Like it's like any other skill. Just keep trying.
It's a powerful emotion, and it's like it's there for a reason.
And ideally, maybe like spend time with people like that are also practicing that.
Yeah, and who are understanding passion, like they have empathy. They're like, okay.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me.
Or no, like just running around or whatever. But like you're cool to just gotta redirect your energy to something.
This reminds me of NoFap, but I feel like but the thing is, like, when you say a word, it makes you think about the word you said, right? Like if I tell you don't think about pink elephants, then you will think about pink elephant. So what if I tell you, hey, no fap? Well, now I'm thinking about fapping because you just said no fap. And if I call myself a fapstronaut, well, I'm thinking about fapping because I'm a fapstronaut then. So I prefer transmutation as the label. I prefer transmutation.
Exactly.
Because then I think about the action of redirecting the energy, not just containing it. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna count how many days I haven't fapped. Now it's like I'm just gonna consistently try my best to redirect it. Even if I fail once, that's okay. Just try again the next day.
Correct. Yeah. But that's powerful stuff.
Or if you at least want to like really start redirecting, like let's say you slip up one day, just go for a run right after. Just do it now, just to get some momentum. And the next day you'll have at least that momentum to build on.
Well, it depends what kind of person you're on the team. sometimes to release the pressure, there's no problem with that.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
it's just like you still have your main desire and just try to redirect that, ideally.
Yeah, there's no shame at all. Like,
but it's easier, especially in the jobs that you do, that where the input and output is like this. Like the input that you put, the output can be like infinite. Like when you do like, I don't know, some coding stuff, you build some stuff, and the output you can make millions of dollars or whatever it is. Or you can make some sales and you can make, like if you really takes your action, you can make like 1,000 whatever sales, and your output's like huge. But sometimes it's tougher. Like for us, we're just doing like teaching job, which is amazing. We're contributing to kids, all that. For kids, but you get a fixed salary, so sometimes just like in that context, right? I mean, we're still learning on the side, right? We're doing this, for example, like mastermind talking about this book. We're trying to grow, but sometimes it's hard with that particular to transmute that. Okay, you contribute and work in the sense, but like you still get paid the same amount of money no matter what kind of lesson you deliver. Whether it's a 5-star lesson or a 3-star lesson, you still get paid the same amount of money. So sometimes it's tough when it comes to that. I mean, you could see where you can grow in your job in my industry. I could grow and you can make more money and get more certificate or whatever. But I also just want to do it maybe just for a few years, for example. So it's like sometimes hard to imagine the complete end goal in this case. So sometimes you do feel this sex desire, you just want to release, right? And it's just like because you feel stressed or whatever. But yeah.
Choose an infinite game.
Infinite game, yeah.
Choose an infinite game.
That's the other good idea. What's the guy's name? Should give that.
Simon Sinek.
Simon.
Yeah, I'll send you a link later about that.
I'll read that. Choose your infinite game, and
yeah, choose your infinite game. Yeah.
Okay.
What's after transmutation?
Okay, so after transmutation we got the subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind. All right.
There's the brain as well.
So when you do auto-suggestion, you're like shooting it into your subconscious mind, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Nice. There's a technique to reach your subconscious mind.
To what?
I think I'm to be able to plant the seed in there. And the one that I can think of most clearly now is the one from Mind Valley, where the guy says like, okay, first you enter like a meditative state, whatever, right? Then you imagine you see like you're in a cinema and you see the curtains in front of the screen. Then you imagine the curtains open up and there's a countdown timer from 10 and it's counting down like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And as you've counted down, you feel yourself getting deeper and deeper into your, I don't know what to call it, but you're going deeper into something. And at 0, it says you should feel so deep that you can start to plant the seeds into your subconscious mind. You can start to plant all those lofty questions. You can start to like plant the stuff you want to program yourself with.
I like that technique.
You can try that. You can check it out, see how it feels.
Okay, so you should send me that infinite game author guy.
Yeah.
And also the Mind Valley, the technique counting from 10 to 0. Yeah, if you guys have some strategies about subconscious mind, how to access it better, like, yeah, also share. Because it's like much bigger, right, than the conscious mind.
Yeah. By the way, this thing about the countdown, now that I think about it, it's called the Silva method.
The Silva method.
It's called the Silva method. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really powerful. But actually, I haven't. Now is a good time to experiment with it. I haven't done it much, honestly, but now is a good time to try that.
Okay. You gonna try like right now?
Yeah. I think I should refresh a little bit, and then we can do like a whole episode on it, probably, or even do it live on the camera too. Yeah. But let me refresh
even
on that.
Even now that you like count down,
you can feel it, right? You can feel it as you're counting down. Even though our eyes are open, you can still feel something happening.
Definitely. Just relax more.
Yeah, and there's so many more meditations. There's the one about the 6-phase meditation. Phase 1 is like a compassion meditation. That you always enter into a meditative state first. Okay, then you imagine someone that you really care about, somebody in your family or a pet or a best friend, someone that you really care about. that you like you imagine that you see them, that you're there with them, and that triggers a feeling of, let's call it love, right? It triggers this warm feeling inside of you, and then you just imagine, and then you give it a color. You can color it pink or blue, whatever you want. I color it blue. It's all in my mind, right? You can choose whatever color you want. Yeah, and then you just imagine that the blue, like this blue aura, keeps expanding, and expanding and expanding, and then you imagine that it's expanding into your whole room, then into your whole building, into your whole neighborhood, and you just keep expanding it, and you see how that feels like that you're just sharing compassion with everything around you. Even right now, it feels nice that I'm talking about it.
Damn.
And it's all just, and it's all just in your mind, and your mind doesn't know if that's reality or not. It just feels so nice. Yeah, now that I'm talking about it, it feels nice. I forgot that we could even do that. That's sick.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's step one. There's five other steps. That the first three are to heal you, and the last three are to imagine what you want, and to help you move in that direction. It matches with this.
Right.
It matches with imagination.
It's kind of like the Tony Robbins, the priming thing I mentioned in the What's Message as well.
Dude, I tried it this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you're like...
Yeah. Yeah.
You do it for a while? I mean, breathing, yeah, actually even Andrew Huberman and other people I mentioned, you just, sometimes you feel stressed or whatever, you just breathe in, breathe out deeply for like 5 times.
Yeah. It's true.
And then you can access your, I guess, conscious mind better and just think more clearly. Instead of reacting, your subconscious like reacting or, oh fuck, I'm angry, or damn, I'm this. You're like a lot more.
Dude, I feel like that one from Huberman, like the breathing to calm down, I feel like it works better when you're not hoping that it works quickly.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, when you just have faith, like it's gonna calm me down at its own pace.
Yeah.
And then it will. But my mistake before was like, am I calm now? Like, what about now? Is this calm now? And then I couldn't get into it. But now we know better though, so it's good.
Yeah.
It's like just have faith that it's gonna calm you down because your heart rate is gonna match your breathing, right? So like just have faith in that.
Can you do those breathing things like with the kids at the classroom, by the way?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you done it or?
I haven't tried it yet because I haven't done it even for myself too much either. But that's a good idea.
Because I have some kids and I just want to maybe try because they just annoy the hell out of me sometimes. But then again, it's just me sometimes. I can react. There's one kid like running around. Just triggers me sometimes.
I feel it. That's not what's What's after this one?
Okay, so it's the brain, and then there's the sixth sense.
The sixth sense.
Yeah.
That's when he imagines having a mastermind with a bunch of people that are already dead, or like, is that the one?
Yeah. And so the brain is not chapter 13.
Is sixth sense?
14, sixth sense.
Is sixth sense visualization? Is that what it is?
It's kind of like the thing, the infinite intelligence part that he talks about, that scientists they still don't know. There should be some kind of organ in the body that has that sixth sense. So there's 5 senses, right? So touch, smell, hear,
right.
whatever, right?
Right.
There's sixth sense, which is like unexplainable, right?
Right. That's kind of like how when I ask, how am I being aware of my thoughts? With what sense? It's not my touch, because touch is for physical objects, right? Like, my ears are to hear sound waves, etc., etc. How am I being aware of my thoughts?
But the thing that's aware of your thoughts, is it still also sixth sense, or is it part of the sixth sense?
It's so abstract. I'm not sure how to answer that. But I always felt like the sense that I'm using to be aware of my thoughts, I would count that as my sixth sense. That's what I would tell myself, but I'm not sure if that's what he means in this book.
Wait, say that again, sorry.
It's like, I just feel like, how am I aware of my thoughts? I'm guessing it's my sixth sense, because it's not one of my other 5.
Right.
I'm not using my nose or my eyes or my ears or my touch or my
sometimes
tongue.
you're not aware of your thoughts. Most of the time, at least in my case, right? Like a normal person, right? You just go by your day, like, okay, I should do this.
It's like, again,
But then this, and then you think, oh, I feel stressed. Fuck, I should do this. And I'm like, oh, this person, annoying. Okay. Oh, this. Oh no, I have to wake up. Oh, go here.
It's the same.
Just reacting to
Like it's the same as transmutation. It's a skill that you have to intentionally build. And in the beginning,
it's like a muscle, right?
Yeah, and in the beginning you will you won't catch all your thoughts, and I mean, not even now. I don't catch all my thoughts now. Yeah, and
possible, right?
and there's just some people, like let's say like a monk. Like monks will just they'll just choose to they'll just chill and not follow any of their thoughts. Your thoughts don't end; they continue, but you just don't identify with them. It's just like noise in your mind.
Right, it's like a radio that you just don't listen to.
Yeah. And as you become more aware of them, they do decrease. Like they will decrease.
Huh.
But I mean, don't believe me. Try it. Experiment with it.
Like meditation and stuff.
That's an option.
Like focusing on your breath, for example.
Sure. Focus on your breath.
Yeah.
Focus on one thing. Focus on how you feel internally and see how it changes as you just focus on it.
Yeah, you can even do like guided meditation stuff. Those are easier to start out, right?
Yeah, you can try
Get
that.
more focused at first.
And people feel so much pressure, like, oh man, I meditate, but I can't stop thinking. Like, yeah, like the point of meditation is not to stop thinking; it's just to observe your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you observe them, they start to decrease. But you can't just be like, stop thinking, because as Alan Watts would say, like, you can't stop your mind with your mind.
Mm. Yeah, interesting.
Is there another one? Or something on your mind?
Yeah, it makes me want to think about the kids again at my work. We're in kindergarten actually right now, like international school. So, but yeah, some kids, their attention span is lower, some are higher.
Sure.
Especially kids here and there sometimes. Those are always the toughest, but there's not too many in my case. But yeah, especially the boys, sometimes their attention span is so low, it's just crazy.
Too much
You
iPad.
can just see their awareness in their eyes sometimes. Like some have it, some don't. Some just don't, just are not wired that way to just sit and listen. Right? But that's why I try to engage like some fun exercises and move your body and stuff.
One of my smartest kids in 4th grade, I catch him sometimes. Like he's so energetic, but sometimes I'll catch him like this, like just staring. Yeah, just staring at something, just like hey Ben. Hey.
I mean, Elon Musk, he's been daydreaming a lot, especially as a kid, right?
Oh really?
I mean, you just like ideas just popping out in his head
Right.
constantly, even now, right? That's just how his mind works, so it's kind of cool. Right? But yeah, in that chapter he talked about, of course, that mastermind thing. So that he had this imaginary mastermind in his head. He has like this round table or something. He meets people.
Yeah.
Dead and alive. He had Carnegie. He had
like
Schwab
Lincoln,
or something.
Napoleon.
Napoleon Hill, not Napoleon, the Bonaparte. Stuff like that. So some people are dead, some are alive, and so he did it like daily, right? Those meetings.
Yeah.
Because he would research about those people a lot, or they know them. He knows them in person, and then he would just talk about it with them. I don't know, just about whatever. And then that like makes his decision in life much easier, and like he knew his purpose, which was to write that book about Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
He researched for 25 years, researched most successful people at the time, and he just consistently like talked with that imaginary mastermind. And then at one point he got kind of freaked out that it was way too real.
Oh yeah, right. It's getting too real. Is that he stopped for 6 months?
He stopped for a while, and then but it's still kind of just one time.
But
Lincoln or someone, he came back.
Yeah, right. Like it like brought itself back.
Well, yeah, he just made it as an example. It's a way you could practice it.
Oh, then later.
Tried it, yeah.
Oh, nice. How did it feel when you did it?
So I did it like with a couple of people, actually from my family too. They're not here anymore. And then like Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, people like that.
Cool.
But I did it more like one-on-one conversation, not really like round table or something. But I just talked about some stuff. And
did you add Goggins?
What's that?
With Goggins?
Oh, Goggins as well. I had Goggins at one point. It was really helpful, like talking to him, because he was like, just be tough, just do good.
Stay hard.
Makes sense. And then Elon Musk is like, you just gotta do things that are good for the future, etc., etc.
Nice.
Talk to my family members. It's like, oh, it's kind of cool too. And I'm like, so it's nice.
Awesome.
So it's actually kind of cool. So you can try it too, maybe at home, or maybe you can read that chapter 14, and try it on your own. because I don't have the quote unquote best imagination, I think so, but at least when you practice doing that, like it just feels a little bit real, which is nice. And I assume if you practice more often, like it will feel more real and more real.
Yeah. I mean, the way you describe it sounds like you have a pretty good imagination. Like if you actually felt like you were chilling with them,
Right.
that's pretty good.
That's true.
Yeah. Like in Mind Valley, like the way they train you to like practice your visualization skills is like they'll tell you like, okay, imagine like you're in your apartment and your walls are white. Now paint the walls green. Now paint them blue.
Right.
Now paint them red. And like you're just visualizing like with vivid colors. And apparently purple is like a challenging color to visualize, but you can try it. Like it's a skill.
I can imagine purple right away.
Good. Yeah.
But not like vividly, but like in a way. Yeah.
So then now when you visualize what you want in the future, you can use those same skills to paint a picture of what you want.
So you imagine a house, maybe a childhood house, and just paint the different colors, right?
How to
From
train,
outside
yeah.
or inside?
Yeah, from the inside.
Or
Yeah.
inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I mean, play with it. Even go outside, change the color of the door, change the color of the window, whatever. Like
And just put skibbly toilets.
skibbity toilets everywhere. So then now, when you imagine like the future you want, paint that picture and see how it feels like to be in there.
Okay.
Like
Wow.
paint your ideal future and see how it feels like to sit in that place. Like feel the emotions of that.
Yeah, it's like a muscle, right? So you can
Exactly.
practice it. But you just have to have like that attitude that you want to practice it. Sometimes
It's like
just too much time on your screens or whatever. And just
yeah.
that really kills imagination, I think.
Yeah, because
You know what I
when
mean?
you're on that
It's always
screen
consuming.
all day,
Mm.
that thing imagines, that thing visualizes
Kills.
things for you. So you don't even have to practice your visualization skills because it's showing you
Yeah,
all the
especially when you have a
videos.
specific goal and desire.
Mm.
Sometimes it's just like it's trying to sell you something, or just too much popping up
Mm.
random stuff that's uploaded on that day on YouTube or whatever it is. Like
Mm.
it's just like, yeah, you're kind of more in reaction instead of being the decisive factor in your life. Just deciding force, quote unquote alpha, whatever, having clear desired goals. You just, just observe whatever other people are selling or
True.
selling or
Yeah. The next one is the brain.
Yeah, there's a praying part as well, and then there's the 6 ghosts of fear, the last one.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So I guess just real quick, the brain. He says like a transmitter.
Yeah, something like that. About like radio, transmitter and stuff.
Transmitter of what of vibes. Not like direct information, right?
Vibrations?
Not like Bluetooth that I transfer my knowledge to you,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's not so direct. But
yeah, but it does pick up something, right?
Yeah.
Right, like I said, like vibrations or something. I guess.
Right.
I'm not sure what else to say about that.
Yeah.
I think I'm not the right person to talk about that chapter.
Yes, the brain. But it's just nice now that we have this MRI imaging, and that you can see
Yeah.
how different things. And for example, when you meditate or have compassion, empathy, that your brain, like gray matter, grows, or like you're just much happier person. Like if you feel that empathy more, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like physically, you can see that it works, or even prayer works, stuff like that.
That's true.
And also drugs can harm you. Like it's also research, like alcohol, like not great for your brain.
Right.
Ages you faster. Even weed, to an extent. And
Balloons.
especially balloons. I think that was the worst. I think I read in a book. Like, it can create holes in your brain and stuff. Even when you're fighting, you can get like brain damage, and you can get holes in your brain, and that's not great, right? So.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, just try to treat your brain right, and
That makes sense. That makes sense.
There's another book that talks about like good brain food. I think one good brain food is like broccoli and stuff like that, which I should eat more. Like omega
Oh,
3,
right.
like
Yeah.
like vitamins, like stuff like that.
Omega-3, you're
Or
right.
Like fish oil.
Sick.
So stuff like that. Just I guess be mindful of that to keep it healthy and not do too much of the destructive habits that can stimulate your mind, but on the other hand can lead you to like your downfall much quicker than anything else. Just try to stimulate the mind in natural ways, which could be sex or love or music and stuff like that, which was described in the book as well, instead of destructive ones like fear and narcotics and alcohol. Yeah.
True. Nice. And finally, the 6 ghosts.
6 ghosts of fear.
Of fear. fear of old age, fear of ill health,
Fear of poverty.
fear of poverty. For the first time, I'm experiencing that right now. Yeah. Fear of loss of love. And there's
Fear
two
of
more.
Death.
Fear of death.
And fear of criticism.
Fear of criticism.
Right.
Yeah. So for the longest time, mine was fear of loss of love, and then most recently, it became fear of poverty. Even though I wasn't even poor, but that fear did appear recently. Yeah, it feels terrible.
Yeah.
Or it felt terrible.
Yeah. I experienced fear of poverty too. You know, in COVID times. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
And I can feel like the fear of poverty was moving me closer to poverty. But it didn't make sense I couldn't see it in the moment, but just when I got out of it a little bit, I was like, oh my god, I'm making myself poor by being scared of being poor.
Oh, wow. Right.
Yeah, like I had a moment of low faith.
Yeah.
And it just felt like, damn, dude, I'm kind of fucked right now. It just kind of felt like that.
Right.
And of course, when you say that you feel fucked, well, now you actually do feel like you're fucked.
And then you go back to maybe bad habits, whatever it is.
Right, and then
sometimes it can be plus some spending habits, maybe.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's a good idea to read that chapter of the 6 fears, so you can see which one triggers you the most. Yeah, and then work on that one first, because there's no rush on doing all of them at the same time. Work on the one that feels the most triggering for you now when you read it.
Right, whether it's old age, whether it's loss of love, whether it's death, whether it's poverty, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Maybe if you're making content, you could have a fear of criticism show up. Yeah. If you're getting older, then it's like the fear of old age and death.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks when you get older. I guess you lose your sex appeal or whatever it is, and then you're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean?
Like if that's important to you, then it's gonna suck.
Yeah, whatever it's important, it's just your health or whatever it is. Like, you're just like, I'm screwed. But actually, like, yeah, it's actually good when you're older. It's easier to get what you want when you're older, because you can transmute your sexual energy much better in your 40s. In a book, at least it's described, and also most people succeed. Yeah, well, when they're over 40, 50, or even 60 sometimes. So there's no rush in a way, right? So, yeah. And like with modern medicine and everything, you try to keep yourself healthy and you can live a pretty long, happy life, prosperous, possibly. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Any final thoughts on the book?
Wow, damn, this is a nice long book, and it was nice to discuss it 2 chapters at a time. I think in the book's preface it was talking about, I think, reading 1 chapter for 1 day or something like that. And ideally, I think maybe discuss the chapter with other people, like a mastermind. I feel like that's what we did for these past 2 months or so.
I think so, yeah.
And I definitely feel like, improvement, like from where we started and where we are now.
Yeah, and I guess if you think about it, we used the principles to do this podcast because we had a desire to read the whole book and record about it, right?
Yeah.
We had faith that it's possible.
Correct.
It was easy to have organized planning on how to do this.
Yeah. Just online or in person, specific time.
We committed to it, which I didn't do in the previous podcast. We dropped out after chapter 10, I think. So we committed to it. We persevered through it. Even if we took a week break, we still came back to it. We didn't drop it. We didn't let it go.
Yeah, and that was important because we were basically done and just get it done. Because I think for my life, this book I think is really important, and for your life. And I've seen people who have been really successful actually applying principles from that particular book as well. So it really inspires you to do the same and find your path in your life and whatever makes you happy, rich, and all that. Just try to get it done, and maybe you can apply some principles from this book. It can definitely help.
Yeah. I feel like now that I've attracted what I wanted to attract, now I want to keep using this for my next plan, which is to have I feel like now I'm ready to attract money.
Yeah.
Because my specific person was more important to me than money, right? So now that I've attracted this person, now I feel like, okay, now I'm ready for the money.
Yes.
And I'm ready to share that money. Yeah, not only with my specific person, but just like with the people I love and like with the charities that I want to support. Like,
Correct.
it feels good to think about having the money to share it. It feels good to think about that, and not to be like, no, don't take it. This is my precious.
My precious. It feels good to give, right?
It does. Even just to visualize it feels good already.
That's true.
So what I want now is like I want healthy and happy, because I know those are two different things. I've seen sad rich people, so I want a healthy and happy family. That's what I want.
That's beautiful, bro. I hope it happens.
Thanks, man. Thanks so much. This book was so helpful.
Awesome. This guy's really helps.
Yeah. Alright guys, until next time.
Peace.